I should have just saved it as podcast. Podcast. Oh, here it is. Podcast notes. I got.
Bruh, that's one note. He has one note.
Hold on.
That's not even a full sentence.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Topics. Oh, no, I got two. All right, what's up? This is our very first pilot episode of We Aint Professionals. I'm your boy Norris.
And I'm AJ Lusby.
All right, so I remember back in like 2004 when YouTube first came out. I think like 2005, right?
It was a little bit. It might have been like
2005, 2006.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That era, very blurry.
I was walking to the cafeteria, was on campus at Savannah State University, and you ran up to me. I don't know why you ran up on me. I just remember that's how I envisioned it.
I was excited.
I remember you tapped me on the shoulder, and I turned back. And you was like, "Bro, it's a thing called YouTube. We put videos up. We should do it." And I'm like, "Oh, that's what's up."
Yeah.
I went to lunch, and we forgot.
That sounds like us.
And
that's college.
And years just kept going, and we bring it up every once in a while. Hey, man, we should do some videos or something.
Yeah.
And it just kept going. And the other day, I was in Target, and my wife was like, "You AJ should do a podcast." And I'm like, "Man, you damn right we should do a podcast."
Absolutely.
So I hit you up. We got the name, got all that, and then here we are a couple of days later with our very first pilot episode.
And we named it We Aint Professionals.
Why did we name it that?
Because we're not professional at all. But we are, though.
But we think we are, though.
But yeah.
Don't get it
We're very experienced. We might not be professional.
Seasoned.
I like
You
that.
like that?
Seasoned. Throw something on there.
Yeah, throw some. You know what I'm saying? So,
That's good.
So yeah, man. Honestly, I want this to be organic. I listen to a lot of podcasts, and a lot of them are my favorites. I don't want to mimic any one of them.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be one of those new podcasts just try to get hot takes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Clickbait. Like, no, I want it to be all.
We're not clout chasers.
And what are we saying? You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep it as that.
I want people to relate to us.
Yeah.
Because we've been through a lot, you know? Like you said, we're young, but we're experienced, we're seasoned, so we've been through some things. So, you know, let's hit some of these topics, man. Like,
all right.
in
So,
first order of business.
What's up?
You just got married.
So, yeah, man. I just got married. You was my best man, so you was there.
Congratulations to you.
Behind the scenes.
Yes.
On everything.
Yes.
How
does it feel?
Honestly, it feel good.
Yeah.
It was a long time coming. I met my wife back in 2015.
That's right.
At a fashion show. And since that moment, we had always been friends. We went through our ups and downs, and we actually got to a place where we could see eye to eye and understand each other.
Absolutely.
And I think that's a lot that's missing with couples today. They just go at it and get married and all that stuff, and then they figure all the problems out after that. Fortunately, we was good enough to do all that before taking that step.
Right.
And after getting married, it's like been the best thing in my life.
Boy,
Yeah.
I am proud of you. Like, to hear you say that, man, it's like you get it, though. You know what I'm saying? Because, like being married is a whole nother, I don't know, lifestyle.
Yeah.
Lifestyle. And for you to get there, because, like, a lot of us, like, growing up where we grew up, and, like, the times that we're growing up, like, I feel like marriage wasn't, like, cool. You know, so we were like, you know,
rap music.
Yeah, exactly.
Had a whole bunch of bitches.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That shit went cool.
And especially living out here in LA, you know, like people like you don't see too many like happy married couples. You know what I'm saying? To see that you have something that's very genuine is phenomenal, man. Now, I was very fortunate to have I'm married as well.
Yeah, you got the same thing.
Yeah, man. Look, you got one ring now. You used to have a whole bunch of rings.
Yeah. I just put them all in one hand now.
That's good though, man. Like I'm glad to see you take on this new role in life, man. And it's just an amazing. Like you're still in the infant stage, but you guys are like you guys are very like y'all went all in because a lot of people don't know like you also have you have kids.
Yeah.
That's hard. Immediately.
Yeah.
I mean, it started before, but like the thing is, like kids is a whole different, like, what would you say?
Honestly,
storm.
Honestly, I really can't speak on it as like kids from that point of view because your kids are young.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got a 2-year-old, 3-year-old right now.
Right.
Man, I can only imagine. So like the youngest in our family is 12.
Right.
That's damn near a grown ass man. He's smart. You know what I'm saying? Like he's hella smart. Like these kids is growing up now are so intelligent. They know how to edit videos. all that stuff. So it's like
they're self-sufficient.
You know,
you don't have to. You don't have to.
You really have to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? Go to bed. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't even nothing to do.
Right. Right.
But to be a good influence. You know what I'm saying?
This is
it's
true.
just like I just have to. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing that crazy.
Right, but you got to deal with teenagers.
Yeah.
That's tough. Like,
and then the two oldest ones don't even live here. I mean, don't even live in the house. So they're grown ass women. You know, so it's like honestly they feel like homegirls of ours. Honestly only feel like Mimi has kids.
Right.
It's just like she got these friends that's been hanging out with her for a long time. And then just two of them are really short.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, cause her oldest daughter don't even seem like her daughter.
Right.
Like
right.
Her homegirl about to come over, and we just chop it up. It don't dawn to me that's her daughter until she say mom.
Dang.
Cause she called her Chastity, and she's like mom, hey mom, and I'm like, oh damn, that's your daughter, huh?
Right.
Well, that means that's my damn stepdaughter, huh?
Jeez.
Yeah.
I guess you do have it easier then.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like people are, oh, how does it feel? Like it feel the same.
Yeah, but still, like it's still like
it's still a difference,
right?
It's still a difference because I do have to, you know what I'm saying, mind what I'm doing. And
all the time.
You can't walk around the house naked because you got kids. And I hate. Oh no, I just hate putting clothes on at a certain hour in the house. You know
right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, man, I just go to the kitchen, come back, and I got to throw these pants on. You know what I'm saying? Tank top.
That's hilarious.
That's a lot.
I can still do that because my kids won't remember. They have no clue. Like
that's funny.
Like I take shits in front of them.
That's
I have no
crazy.
choice.
That's
like,
not me.
Like I tried to lock the door, right?
Yeah.
But that doesn't work.
You
Like you see the
door.
no, bro. I wish like you see the little like hands underneath the door, like daddy. I'm like, bro.
You like, nigga, you don't smell that?
Do you want some of this?
Up.
Do you want hand me the toilet paper? Actually, you know what? I'll take your wet wipes. Those are better.
Oh, that's
yeah, that's a whole other topic.
Dang, man.
I'm not. Yeah, I do
Dang.
wet wipes now. That's a whole different topic, guys.
Dang,
We're not gonna talk about that.
So, Kinsley's how old?
She's 4.
She's 4.
And then my son Thor. Yes, Thor. He's 2, and
he's 2 years old.
and they're both. You know, they're. I get it now. You know, like you have siblings, I have siblings, and you know. I didn't understand growing up why all siblings aren't just alike.
Yeah.
But now I'm like literally, I don't know like where Thor came from. Like
Right.
he lives up to his name. This man like runs through walls, everything, bro.
Yeah.
And like Kinsley, she's nice, sweet, listens to everything Daddy says.
Yeah.
So that's a challenge. You know, now I understand my brother more because my brother and I were completely different. We're night and day. You know my brother.
Yeah. I know your brother.
right. Like he's cool. Shout out to my brother.
brother funny,
Yeah.
man.
He's hilarious. We're 2 different people.
He don't even know he's funny.
He doesn't even know he's funny.
Those are the funniest people. They have no clue.
No clue. We got a couple frat brothers like that.
Oh man, that's a whole nother episode.
That's a whole nother episode.
Yeah. So yeah, man. So
congratulations,
thank
man.
you, man.
I'm super proud.
Honeymoon was cool. We went to where did we go? We went to New
Orleans.
They call Nolo, which is like a
They
cool
call
ass
it-
name.
you know, I
I didn't know that either.
Nolo?
Nolo.
I thought it was just like Nolans or whatever.
No, Nolo, bruh. It's pretty
Nolo?
cool.
You mean Nola?
Nolo. What'd I say?
Nolo.
Oh, appreciate that. That's my wife. Y'all hear that? That's my
Thank
wife.
you, Mimi.
Nola.
Wow.
What I said?
You said Nolo. Bro, I was like, what is Nolo? Like, I thought I was dumb for like 5. I was like, Nolo. Like, oh my goodness. Nolo?
Nola. My bad. No, I said Nola. Didn't I?
You might have.
Yeah, I said Nola.
That's what you said. Yeah. Shout out to
Nola.
Birdman.
You knew that, right?
Mm-mm.
I didn't even know that either, though. I was like, they cool as hell down here. You
They
say
are.
Nola?
Did it remind you of Savannah at all? Savannah, Georgia?
Hell yeah.
Like just like
it
that.
has. It ain't a full charming city.
Right.
But it has a charming sprinkle on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like for the audience to know, we went to school. We met in Savannah, Savannah State University, and it's a very historical place. And I've always heard that New Orleans and Savannah are like
Yeah,
very
same,
similar in a way, yeah.
Yeah, they got a little river and all that stuff.
How was the food though?
Food was amazing. That Creole food, it's like some of the best seasonings, man. Like it's so good.
Dang.
Like jambalaya. What
Oh, the beignets. Did y'all get the beignets? The beignets,
Yeah,
like the
we
little
had
powder thing.
Man.
They melt in your mouth.
For some reason, we might have had a bad batch or something. We weren't really late.
Dang.
And it was just too doughy, man.
Ooh.
It wasn't how like I remember them. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
But everything else was bomb.
But you know what? We do live in LA now, so that could change everything.
Yeah. You
Like
might be right.
our palate has changed.
Yeah.
Like going back home.
Yeah.
Like Zaxby's, if you guys know what Zaxby's
Zaxby's is
or
shit.
Waffle House, but you think it is.
Yeah.
Like you go back and it's like, yo, this shit don't taste the same.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but Zaxby's used to be the shit though.
It used to be the shit. Like
Yeah.
Waffle. When I go back to Waffle House,
You like Waffle House?
I love Waffle House.
No, that's what I'm trying to tell my way.
I love it, but it doesn't taste the same though when you go back.
But it's good.
It's all right.
But it's good.
It's good.
What's better than Waffle House? It ain't. IHOP ain't.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Have you been to IHOP lately? It might be better, bro.
Are you serious?
Even Denny's, they just redid their.
Denny's?
They
You
just
think
they,
Denny's
they
and
just.
IHOP better than Waffle
It
House?
might depend on where you are too, because like every Denny's and IHOP is not the same, especially like in the South.
Every Waffle House ain't the same either.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Every Waffle House might be the same. Like it's the same people that work in there. It's the same 3 people. I'm like, how'd you get here to this one? No, but yeah, Waffle House is not the same, bro. Like even all right. For instance, I got another example.
Talk to me. Don't lie to me.
Cereal. So we're introducing
cereal?
like cereal.
Uh-huh.
Like so my kids now they're at the stage where they're eating cereal. And remember the cereal that we grew up on? You're like, yeah, man. Oh man. So this is gonna age me a little bit. You remember the cereal Smacks with the frog on there?
Yeah, the
little toad looking nigga. Yeah, that dude.
Right.
So I'm like, yo, this is about to be amazing, kids. This is what I used to eat, bruh. As soon as I pour that in there, bro, it tastes like straight cardboard.
Damn.
It was disgusting.
A brand new box?
And it said new recipe.
Oh, that's what it is. They fucked the recipe
Nah,
up.
but when I ate it, I was like, yo, this is exactly what it used to taste like.
Whole palate changed.
Our palate has
like,
changed.
damn,
Like
you crazy as hell.
we evolve.
Yeah.
Just like even with like Cheerios, like but the thing is, like we grew up so
Captain
different.
Crunch still ain't out of style, bro.
Captain Crunch has not changed.
Frosted
You're right.
Flakes.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch still the
They
same.
still the same. Like they solid.
But-
Like, those are solid cereals, bro.
So like I know you. I know you.
What's
So we used to live together. We were roommates in college.
Tell them, man. That's how we met.
That's how we met randomly. Like I was what your sophomore year?
My sophomore year,
Yeah.
I was in Bowen Smith, which was a co-ed dorm on campus.
Yep.
And then my second year, well, I don't think I had that much money, so I had to live off campus that
Right,
summer.
right, yeah. The
And
struggles of being a
and then
college
I came
student.
back on campus during the school year.
Right.
And I had never met you, and you was the first person I met when I walked into the house.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
It was
like your whole
cool,
family
man.
was in there.
Yeah. We immediately like clicked, man, which was dope, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. But this goes back to the cereal.
Yeah. What?
Like every family and every person's been through this.
Yeah.
Like when you don't have much money, that Captain Crunch might be the Kroger brand. What was the Kroger brand called?
Oh, I don't even know. It had like
It
a
might just be
dinosaur on it.
right. It was Crunch with a K. Just
I think so. Yeah.
like we were just bro.
It went in a box.
Now-
It came in a big like trash bag.
It
almost.
did. It
Yeah.
did. It was like $1. But those were good though. Good
Yeah,
times
man,
though,
they was
man.
good.
Good
Yeah.
times. Like that's when we were like struggling and like shout out to the college students down, man. Like that's hard.
Yeah.
Like to stay focused in the amount of like stress that you have. Like you have homework, you got to balance regular life,
And then they got social media.
and they have social media.
Yeah.
What
'Cause
we
Facebook
didn't
just
have.
started when we was in college. And then they got Instagram.
Right. And it was only exclusive to the college
Yeah.
people. Like
And then when all the regular people got it, all the college people like, this is whack now.
right,
So
exactly.
we just stopped using it.
Like imagine if we had that. Like if we had Instagram then,
Crazy.
would I be here? I don't
Would you be?
I have no idea.
Yeah, man. So let's get into some of these topics, man. You got some on the docket? Some of the stuff you want to talk about?
On the what?
On the docket. That's my
On the docket.
That's my podcast term, bro.
As you can tell that I don't really watch podcasts like that. I watch like I listen to a couple
Yeah.
every now and then.
No, I'm saying like just in general. Like,
But is that a term? A docket? That
docket? It's just a, oh no. It's,
Like,
it's
it-
a term.
like, yeah.
Like, what's up next? Come on, man.
That's
Tell me,
what
man.
that see that's where we say
that's the hosting term. What's on the docket?
he's still cool. He's still in things. Like I watch Nick Jr. all day. So docket. Boom.
Yeah, like what's on your list?
Okay, all right. Well, someone else. We were talking about New Orleans.
Yeah.
Zion Williamson, number 1 draft pick.
Oh, you want to get into sports? Oh,
No, that was just quick. I was just throwing some stuff out there. Like
I can fake like I'm talking. I know what you're talking about.
But the thing is, like you do it fashion now. So here's okay. This young man has to deal with right now. He has to choose what brand shoe he's gonna go with.
Right. He go to New Orleans, right?
He's already there.
He always there. Okay.
He's already there. But the thing is, shoe companies are fighting over him. He's 18 years old, and the reports are saying it's going to be
almost $200 million.
$100 million. But everything's so. If you you being in fashion, and you know what you know now, what would you do in this case?
Well, that's not really like a fashion thing. That's like more of a
business. But you're you're very.
Well, first of all, I sit down and I ask my wife. I'd be like, "Babe, what you think?"
There you go. Always ask your wife, gentlemen. That always. No. You should. You should.
No, that's not true. Some of y'all don't always ask your wife.
You're right.
I can ask my wife because she does that.
There you go. Boom.
Is legit.
I
would definitely have a conversation with her and just, first of all, what do you wear? What do you wear all the time? Do you like Nikes?
Right.
Do you like Adidas?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna look goofy with a damn Under Armour symbol on your shoes?
But he's the biggest thing since LeBron James.
Yeah,
so you remember how last year?
I don't think he's gonna be bigger than LeBron though.
But
he's the biggest thing since LeBron.
Since LeBron.
Yeah.
But you remember? So we're talking business.
Uh-huh.
Last year or 2 years ago, Lonzo Ball.
Yeah.
He created his own brand. His dad, LeVar Ball.
Boom.
Yeah. What's stopping Zion from creating his own brand? Because that has a ring to it. Zion. Your name is Zion.
Well, it's a lot intense than what you might think, because you're like, you got your own brand. Well, first of all, he don't have his own brand yet.
Right.
He just got out of college. He has a big name.
Huge.
You know what I'm saying? He has a big deal on the table.
Right.
And what people don't understand is he's not gonna get the same kind of price points that a Nike or Adidas, because they only have their own manufacturing. Right. So it's you could do that, but it's gonna be a lot harder. Why not just take one of the deals now, run the contract out, you know what I'm saying, get that fan base, take some of that money and invest into your own brand, and then start doing your own manufacturing. You know what I'm saying?
Is that what you would do?
Yeah.
I like that.
What Jordan did. Because Jordan didn't come out the bat with his own brand.
No, he didn't.
He signed with Nike.
Right, he did.
And after a while, he got his own brand, and now $1 million.
And it's still, it's still with Nike, but it's still his own brand. He's making a lot of money off of it.
And also, just because you have your own brand, it don't mean you're gonna be making just as much. You're gonna be making more money,
right?
Because you still have expenses.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You have all that stuff that you don't have in place that Nike and Adidas do. It's just so much easier. Dang. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a no-brainer to me.
All right.
Yeah. Or he could just do it on a smaller scale, do a few limited runs, and sell direct to customer. Mm-hmm. And he can be profitable, but he won't be making as much as he won't be making $100 million. I put it like that.
Well, I hope he has good people in the corner. It seems like he does.
Yeah.
Because being 18, you're so you don't know anything really. Right. You think you do, but you really don't. So, got another question for you.
Talk to me.
You're 20-year-old Norris.
Yeah.
What would you do differently?
I gotta think. Where was I in 21? I was in Savannah, right?
You were in Savannah.
Do differently, like what you mean, like everything?
Like literally anything. Something that you know now that you.
I could change.
Would you still go to school? That's a good question for a lot of people today.
I would already be in school. You have to say 18.
Would you continue to go, knowing what you know? Okay, let's change it to 18.
18?
Would you go to
LA?
Exactly. Me too. But I mean, of course, there's purpose of meeting people, and you have your own journey and everything. But I would have came straight to LA as well.
Yeah.
And not being
I would have came straight to LA, bro.
Exactly.
It's the same exact thing I did from the beginning.
Because with our upbringing, and society tells you that, hey, you need an education, but do you really, if you know what you want?
Yeah.
If you really know what you want in life, just go for it. You just have to do the research, and that's what I'm trying to our audience tell the younger audience look, you can be at a certain point.
Absolutely.
You just gotta do it. Your parents might say one thing, or people are gonna be in your ears, but you gotta listen to yourself first.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That's because, bro,
sure.
I'm man.
I got a question for you. I'm about to go left real quick though.
Oof.
Have you ever tried the squatty potty things?
Squatty potty? What's that?
You never heard of squatty potty? Bro, when you leave
why
here,
you do the move? What's a
when you leave here, you probably go straight to Target And you about to go home and take a shit, bruh, and you gonna be in heaven.
Wait, like I put my legs up like that? Oh yeah, no, I know that.
It's called
Yeah.
squatty potty.
So they actually made some people are making money off of that now.
Bruh,
I know it's like
a ladder for the toilet.
right because you're supposed to take a dump at a 90-degree angle or whatever it is. What angle? Yeah. But your knees are in your chest, and it's like this might be TMI, but it's a clean cut. But like I got the little stools that my kids use, so I just use that. I just put
Damn.
I put my feet up, clean cut.
First of all, I just thought about it.
That's nasty.
That
I know.
ain't that new.
No.
Somebody made a mistake and used their kids' little accessory for the toilet, and they just rebranded for adults.
Exactly.
That's all that is.
Everyone's making money.
I ain't gonna lie. Have you used it? Have you used like a real one?
No.
Or you use your kids?
I just put. How do we get to this topic? This is great.
Honestly, bruh, I wasn't gonna get it. I heard about it, but I was listening to Joe Budden podcast, and I heard Maul talking about it. Maul's a black on there. He's like a little bit more street, more hood.
Right.
So I'm like, this hood ass nigga could say something about a squatty potty, and he say it's good.
He's probably
it might be legit.
It's because you know what, like honestly, that's a natural position that we've always taken shits for like centuries, thousands of years. Like think about it, there wasn't toilets. There wasn't. I do a lot of late night reading. That's like my nerd side. Yeah. Like literally, like think about it. We used to have to fucking dig holes in the ground to take a shit.
No, we didn't. No. When we had to do that.
Like not us.
Oh, okay.
Like we're talking about like hundreds of years ago.
Okay,
like before toilets. Like what did you do? You dug a hole and like you had to squat down. That's the natural position.
Okay.
So it only makes sense. Like that's how we're supposed to take a dump.
And not like in a chair. Not
because like when I'm in the toilet like and I don't put my feet up like that. My legs fall asleep. Maybe I'm there too long. I spend a lot of time in the bathroom.
Bring a lot. My legs fall asleep both positions. Either
for
sitting
real?
down or up. Maybe I just be in there too long too.
Maybe because that's like I feel like the bathroom is like my library.
Yeah,
it's like
bro,
my
that's
sanctuary.
Everybody's library.
Yeah,
for sure.
Like my wife probably thinks I'm like masturbating.
She probably thinks that talking too. I'm like, babe, I'm sitting here chilling.
Babe, that's only when the shower's on for over 30 minutes. That's a whole other topic.
Yeah.
Masturbation is essential. This is the first pilot. We shouldn't even.
Dog, keep it rolling. Go ahead. I'm listening.
I mean,
you
like,
teach me something. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, masturbation is like like it's I feel like it's a form of relief.
Okay.
Every now and then you need it.
Technically, it is.
It is.
I'm following you.
Like you need like you just need like you got so much built up in you and just like you just have to release every now and then. I'm like like all right.
Hey, cut your nails, bro.
Huh?
Them shit slanted.
This is natural.
It's like a barber brand haircut back in the day. That's
I
how your
don't know.
nails are.
I don't know, man. Hey, I gotta cut them though.
Oh, they right here in my face. That's why I said something about it.
But like, think about it, bro. Like I know that's nasty. Like, so I was watching. Side note.
Go ahead.
This guy on Instagram. What the hell is his name? The guy that says this is beyond me.
Yeah, I think
that guy.
Yeah, hilarious. Laugh out loud. Something.
I forgot his name. He's funny. He's funny as hell. Ha Davis.
Ha Davis.
So he made a point, right? He was just like, yeah, man. He was like jacking off. He was in a skit. He was jacking off in the bathroom, right? And he was like, oh man, like, yo, like, do dead people watch us? Like from like our grandmas and stuff that passed away, do they watch us masturbate?
Ancestry.
Yeah. It's like they're like, have you ever thought about that?
Bro, I have never thought about that.
Like now that I saw that, I'm like, yo, who's watching us masturbate?
That's a good question.
Like I'm sorry, Grandma. You see how nasty I am. I'm sorry. Pornhub. I can't believe this is what we're talking about porn now.
No, so what's next? What's next?
So look, so like now we're talking about porn, never in a relationship, and Mimi's here.
Yeah.
And like my wife said, she's behind. Yeah, she's running things. Like, like there's some people that are in relationships, wives that find porn cheating. Like a form of cheating. I'm like, oh, not really.
Okay.
What do you?
Tell me more.
I don't think it is.
Okay.
And I feel some eyes on me.
My wife feels in the building.
Right, like
so you already know.
I don't feel like it's cheating.
Okay, that's a good perspective. Why?
I feel like they're professional actors.
Okay,
and they enlighten you. It's
like
very educational.
It's like watching a movie.
That's how I learn my new.
Watching a movie.
It
is.
is.
Like watching a show?
Well, I don't watch that's why I skip through it. Like kind of like I go beginning. I go middle, and I go to the end.
Is it like watching Vine?
It's like Vine. The 30-second version. Sorry, we're nasty. But I don't think it's cheating though. Like literally, like I feel like it's educational, man.
Okay.
Like that's where I learned like most of my moves, my finishing moves.
Okay.
Like have you ever like I had like I shouldn't even say it. I'm sorry. I had my wife. We watched porn together one time, and she was so uncomfortable.
Okay.
Because I was like. I feel like you're judging me.
No. I'm feeling you.
If you haven't tried it, you should try it.
When you finish, I'm gonna speak.
Cause think about it, like you when you're married. I'm like we've been together for like over 10 years. We've been married for like 3.
Okay.
And
you don't want to speak to the mic.
I'm sorry. So I've been married. I've been married about 3 years, and we got kids. So we got we've tried everything. You know what I'm saying? And when you try everything, you got to find some new stuff. Where do you find your new stuff?
Okay.
You can go to Barnes & Noble and look at a Kama Sutra book, whatever it is, or you can go to porn.
Well.
And then you can mimic those moves and have it in the background
playing. Well, listen, you already know me. What I say, bruh, I'm creative, so.
Right.
I'm a nasty, bruh.
How nasty are you?
Bruh, I don't need to watch that because in the moment, I'm like, I'm going to try this. I'm going to try that.
In your head, it already comes.
And
no pun intended.
It just comes. Yes, from my head.
Oh, my God. We all right. It's okay.
It just comes from the top of my head. No pun intended.
Right. So you don't need it. You don't need it at all.
No, man. So it's like, and it ain't nothing else I can
you're not a porn guy.
Yeah, I'm not really a porn guy because, like, anything I want to try, is like it's something I do. It's not organic because if I'm watching something, and I have to like go look at it and then move my body to do like a position or something, it don't feel right.
I'll be an extra.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't feel right. So I have to just get in there and find my moves, find my stroke. You know what I'm saying? And get into the like that.
So we're talking real man talk right now. So masturbate have you like when you were a kid, did you
for sure.
But like
ain't
so what's I'm getting deep. I don't even smoke. So literally like you still have to think about something. So is that cheating? Like so when you're masturbating, you have to visualize something. You don't just be like, this feels good, blah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So is that cheating too?
Yeah, but for a minute, like because I don't watch it, like I haven't been doing it. So like I just literally have to like do it during sex. Like I don't like. It's kind of hard because if you explain masturbation, and
I hope my wife doesn't watch this.
Oh no, lift the whole thing up, baby. Open it up, yeah.
Oh.
There you go.
It's too hard. Pause.
You see why they're married. That's hilarious.
Oh, shit.
It's too hard. Pause. Y'all are so funny. Thank you.
So where we at? Where we at?
Oh, we were just talking about.
Watch your wife while you masturbate. Oh, go ahead.
So you heard that? Yeah. I mean, let me put this out. Right? Like I'm not in there like jacking my thing every night. Like that's not what's going on. We're just talking about a topic of masturbation and jacking. Crazy. Right. I'm just keeping it all the way 100 for you fellas. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But like,
speak your truth, brother.
I'm just saying like. Even back in the day. Because, like, there's guys that are going to relate to that. It's like, all right, cool. My wife or my girlfriend, she gets mad when I watch porn. You know what I'm saying? She thinks that's cheating. But is it better than him going out and actually cheating?
So listen, if it is technically cheating, it has to be, like, the least form of cheating.
I agree.
It has to be.
Right.
Because it's levels.
It's the most acceptable form.
I mean, if you're gonna accept anything,
right.
I would say that would be the thing because anything outside of that, I wouldn't. But for me personally, Baby,
No.
baby, I'm saying in general. Baby, listen, in general. Listen.
We just keep it real.
No, man, I'm saying in general. In general speaking, if a relationship is gonna do that,
Right.
Me personally thinking, yes, obviously it's cheating. If you're thinking about if you're doing something sexual, emotional, like spiritual, whatever it is,
Right.
outside of like your wife,
Right.
absolutely, it's some type of cheating. I'm saying if the average guy out there, they have a thing and their wife accepts something, because different relationships are different. What me and my wife do is gonna be different from what you and your wife do.
All right.
It molds towards us.
All right, so flip the script.
Yeah, go ahead.
What if you found out your wife was watching porn? Would you consider that cheating?
Well,
Or would you mind? Would it turn you on?
Well, for me,
Those are 3 questions.
I would have to look at it because.
Speak your truth.
So listen.
Speak your truth, brother.
So listen to the question.
Yes.
So listen. First of all, you need to see what the video is. All right. If
So you have to monitor it. Oh,
no,
so like if
I
she's
go look at
watching
the
like
video and she watching like it's like 9 dudes in there going crazy. What the hell?
or she's like watching someone with like the foot long.
Yeah, I'm like, hold on, like, what's going on? You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
But yeah, I would have it would definitely be like some kind of conversation. Like, damn, babe, like,
So what about the third question?
what's up?
Would it turn you on? It would me. If my wife told me like, hey, look, I like to watch this type of porn, I'm like, really? That
I'm
might
kinda
turn me
different,
on.
man. It's
That might
like-
turn me on.
I'm kind of different because I'm all about my own privacy, and I'm all about not sharing, even from a imaginary point of view. You
Right,
know what I'm
right,
saying?
right. I
So,
get
like,
it, yeah.
It's hard for me to like enjoy that,
Right.
and not enjoy, you know what I'm saying, my
Right.
wife at the same time. So
Yeah.
like, I don't know, man. So
Hey, since I have both your hair, don't knock it till you try it.
yeah, so that would definitely be like a conversation, you know what I'm saying, to probably lead up to. But for right now, like, we've been good. We've been good for the past, how long we been together, baby? A little, almost 4.5 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So
That's because we both nasty.
you
Hey.
can't say that. I want my people. My
Yup,
wife
yup,
nasty.
yup.
You can't
You
say
said
that.
you were nasty, so y'all won. Y'all must be nasty.
Yeah, all right.
She dealing with your nasty ass. We're not that nasty, no. We're not. That's
man.
hilarious. So, we're gonna get off the topic of sex.
Yeah, man, I mean, but that's a good
Discussion.
Yeah, that's definitely a good discussion, and it's a discussion that a lot of people shy away from. You know what I'm saying? People are embarrassed
They
to talk
do.
about it.
They do.
And I'm not going to tell you my business. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to tell you what me and my wife be doing in the bed.
Right.
But for a general topic,
Yeah.
I know what works for us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Generally speaking,
Right.
if you do want to consider that, it will probably be the least form of some type of cheating.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, to each his own.
Right. It's perception's everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, okay, I don't consider it cheating. My wife was like, hey, look, I have a guilty secret. I'm like, what is it? I watch porn. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
That's better than you being out there in these streets
And
and
be
like,
yeah, I talked to Tyrone.
right.
And you know what I'm saying?
Damn,
That'd be like
why
a
gotta be
whole other
Tyrone?
thing.
Tyrone sound like he got a big dick. No homo. Oh, God damn. I don't want no Tyrone in my house.
Tyrone is like, it's like the name that you give for everything.
Right. Oh, yeah. Okay. This is
You know what I'm saying?
That's
So,
funny.
So yeah, man. Outside of that, man, since the wedding, bro, we've been getting a bunch of gifts, bro. Like a bunch of gifts,
Yep.
and like you can obviously just gifts for her, honestly, because it's more cooking stuff. You know, I don't really do cooking, so like I just been happy to see her happy.
Yep.
On getting these like amazing pans
Yep.
that I don't know what the hell it is. It's like me having like a dope sneaker, but like, oh babe, this is the Jordan. I get it. She like, oh okay, you happy? So like she tell me about the pot, and I'm like, dang, like she happy. So like it just makes me happy. But anyway, we've been getting we got 2 of the Google Home devices.
Yep.
You tried one of those?
I have the Google Mini.
Bruh,
Scary, right?
I'm trying to use it. I'm not sure if that shit understands my accent or not. So I'm damn near screaming at this damn
Wow.
machine. Google. Hey, what up, Google? Hey, Google.
Right.
Hey, Google.
Right.
Google.
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right. Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
understanding nothing I'm saying.
You still have an accent.
And then my wife get on there. Hey, Google, may I play? Da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
And it does it. And I'm like, what the hell?
I'm sorry, man.
Bro, that's crazy.
Because it's okay. For you to talk to it, you have to say, "Hey Google" or "Okay Google."
Bro, I've been trying all the damn ways you said.
Like my daughter uses it, bro, with no problem.
Bro, you ain't gonna say your daughter.
She really does.
4-year-old girl
She
stood
says,
by the machine like that.
yeah. She says, "Okay Google, play this."
Bro, that's crazy.
It's all good. You do have an accent, but like, mind you, like you hear his accent now.
Yeah.
Your accent used to be like people from South Georgia have a hard accent.
Yeah.
And you're probably not aware what you like really sound like until you talk to other people.
Actually, honestly, I don't. I already don't know what I sound like.
Bro, like now you sound like
I know what I used to sound like because whenever I talk to my parents or I talk to like cousins from back home,
Right.
I'm like, damn, they sound country as hell.
super country.
So like, damn,
Country as hell.
I can only imagine what I used to sound like.
I didn't know nothing you were saying.
Yeah, man. So yeah, bro.
But that's growth though, man. Because a lot of people don't know how. Would you say that affected you a little bit mentally, like when you first moved out here? Because you remember, when you first moved out here, I got here first, you got here, and then like people were like, "Yo, what's your boy saying?" Or they would tell you that. How did that make you feel?
I didn't care. I didn't know.
It made you stand out though. That's good though.
I honestly didn't know. I just didn't know. I should just be talking.
You
And
know,
I don't know if they understood me or not. So it's just something that I don't know, bro. It just
it's because you moved from
over
Georgia,
time I hear it more and more, so I was just aware of it.
right?
But it really didn't affect me at all. I guess it just changed because of the people I'm around.
So okay, let's talk. Since we're talking about how we speak, I had a problem. So you remember, I moved from Boston
Yeah.
to Georgia.
Okay.
So when I used to, as soon as I got there, they're just like, oh, who's this guy think he is? Oh, you that white boy, cause you speak proper.
Okay.
You
that
just
what it
a
was?
white boy. I think so. I hope so.
That's crazy.
Like, 'cause people would judge me on the way I spoke.
Okay.
Because I was, I guess, articulate. Whatever. I didn't even know. Like, I was just like, I was trying to be cool, but it's like the Southern accent. So, like, they could tell I was an outsider.
Yeah.
And then I was,
Especially in the South in Georgia.
especially.
Yeah.
And don't you have any type of lighter
pronunciation.
skin or like I used to have hair at one point. And it
Yeah,
was
curly
like,
hair.
yeah. So automatically,
And you articulate your words.
they were just like, oh, you think some people thought I didn't act like I was better. I never thought that I was better than
So
anybody.
it affected you?
Yeah, because like think about it, man.
High
Like
school and college?
more in college, because I never had a black teacher
Okay.
growing up, and I never been in a.
Oh damn, that sounds like white privilege.
I come from a military family, so I literally we would travel a
You
lot.
say you never had a black teacher?
I never had a black teacher
Damn,
growing up.
boy, that's crazy.
I lived in Oklahoma. I lived in
Okay.
Boston. Lived overseas for a little bit. I've never had a black
Oh, I
teacher.
didn't know that.
Never. So like, and there was always I did. Everyone was black, So it was culturally I needed that. You know what I'm saying?
Shock?
I mean, my dad's black. My mom, she's from Guyana, in South America. It's like a Caribbean country. So but in my head, the way I was raised, my dad's black. I'm just like, all I know is I'm black, but not realizing that I'm actually, people might perceive me. Like you never questioned me. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, hey, yeah, you might got something. I don't care. You black.
Yeah.
But there's other black people that would be like, oh, he black, but he's something else.
Oh dang, for real?
And I go through that. That's a battle that I have, and I have to deal with it because I'm not I feel like sometimes I'm not fully accepted in the black community.
Yeah.
Even though I'm like, yo, I'm black. I'm repping hard.
Yeah.
But then even though you can tell that happens even in the white community, because the white people are like, hey man, hey, I know you black,
Yeah.
but you're not like them. I've had people tell me this,
That's crazy.
and I'm just like, okay, but you don't fully accept me, but you're telling me I'm not like them, but you not. So that's where I am right now. So I came out here to act, and I'm starting to feel like that again
Oh dang.
with casting.
Oh okay.
Because there's
Gotta
certain
make it
roles,
between.
yeah, right. Think about it. Like certain roles, like I'm not black enough.
Got you.
They'd be like, oh, you're not black enough, but I'm not white enough either.
Oh damn. So you like
I'm just like I'm like The Rock. They didn't know what to do with him at first, even though he's like the biggest freaking actor there is right now, and like the Vin Diesels. You know what I'm saying? But like that's something I have to deal with. Like
Vin Diesel's ethnicity?
he's black and other
Diesel
stuff. He's black.
Vin Diesel
Vin Diesel's black. This just in, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, Vin Diesel's black.
damn.
Yeah, man.
I'm
So
gonna look that up. I didn't know he was black.
he's black, man. He's black. So, and a lot of people don't think that, The Rock, he's half Samoan. and he's half black. But I'm sure he went through that as well. And it's just it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard, man, because like there's not a specific role for you sometimes.
Right. All right.
So that's what I'm going through personally. Like when I they might not say it, but I could feel it.
So what you do now? Like what's your point of view of it now? Because obviously you're an actor, right? And you want to work. And you will be working.
Well, that's where you got to create your own stuff, man.
Yeah, okay. That's my next question.
You have to start creating your own material and like what you've been through, because if I feel that way, there's now we're at a point in society like there's gonna be mixed kids, and that feel the same way.
Get more brown.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's absolutely.
Exactly. Like I walk around, people like, oh, you Dominican? No, Cuban? No.
You do.
Nah, right. I'm like, no, I'm just black.
Baby, you Dominican on it. He could be a strong Dominican.
Right, yeah. People come to me and speak Spanish. I'm like, nah, bro. Like,
no habla inglés.
No, I see what you. That was good. So yeah, man, those are the struggles I deal with Hollywood. That's where we are right now in society. So, what else you got for me, man? What other topic?
Man, I was sitting here thinking, I want to talk about more stuff that a lot of people don't even know about me.
Okay.
Like, I'm heavy into music, but not like heavy into music as like a musician or artist, or like got a crazy playlist because I'm just like a geek to some of the stuff. But I just love listening to new music. Okay. I love that kind of creative form, and honestly, because I can't do it, I love it even more.
What types of music are we talking about?
Honestly, I love all types of music. But some of the most relevant music that I've been listening to the past couple of years has been hip hop. I've been listening to a lot more hip hop and a lot more some of the newer R&B stuff, like the Her.
Her's dope.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I really like her. Yeah.
So honestly, man, I just wanted to just go into some of the records that I've been listening to lately, and try to put some people on. Have you heard the Drake?
You talking about
Omerta? The Omerta track that came out the other week.
Oh, after they won the series. Yes. Yeah, I heard it. Yeah, you text me. Yeah, I'm just like.
And honestly, it's a song that he's like sending subliminal shots back to Drake because of the beef from last year, and I don't want to get all into it, but I want to say it's kind of too late for that, because when he had the chance, he really didn't speak on that. So he kind of like took the L last year. But anyway, there's a verse on the song where he say Benny Hanna's is pigeon food. And I'm like, I heard that, bro. I had to stop the track. And I'm like, babe, we can't go back to Benny Hanna's.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
Benny Hanna's is pigeon food, bro.
They give you it's free on your birthday.
Really?
So I might be there for my birthday. Eating that damn pigeon food.
No, let's take Benny Hanna's though.
It's been a couple of years.
Honestly, I've never thought about Benny Hanna's being like a bad place to eat, but there are things about Benny Hanna's I'm kind of over, because you got to be like 12 years old to really enjoy that whole experience now. Because honestly, when we go, we just be like, oh, we ain't been in a minute, let's go. So we want to go there and we want to eat.
It's become too commercial for me.
But now we got to sit down, and now if there's not enough people at your table, you got to wait. And then you got it's just so much more involved. And then they give you the meat last. So like you got this cold ass rice that's been on your plate, you know what I'm saying, for like 20 minutes. But
like he gets so like he's used to Nobu. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the quality of food he's like. So Benny Hanna's gonna taste like pigeon food to him. So I don't get it, but I get it.
Yeah, I get what he's saying, but what I'm saying is things about Benny Hanna's. No, so it's like you know how somebody influenced you to like not like something or to like something. Right. So like when somebody famous say they like something, oh yeah, I kind of do like that. Right.
Yeah.
Better than, maybe I've been kind of hard on them. And then like if somebody say something bad about something, you know what? They ain't all that great. So when I heard the song, I started thinking about all the bad stuff that I didn't like about Benny Hanna's. And I'm like, yeah, you do smell bad when you believe that.
You do smell like all the time. That's one of the things I don't like about it.
Yeah. And even one time,
that's all hibachi places, though.
The little tricks.
Yeah.
I think I got a little anxiety a little bit.
Because it got too close?
When I be seeing that, I be like, man, like I can't really enjoy them flipping the knife because I think it's going to flip out and hit me in the ass.
Like, why are you playing with my food?
Yeah, exactly. And like, it ain't no more new tricks. They gonna listen, he going to make the butterfly. He going to make the heartbeat with the rice.
What? I've never seen the heartbeat.
You know?
Dang. That's
Bro, you never seen that?
amazing. Maybe I need to go back to Benihana.
No. When they do the rice and then they make the heart shape with the rice,
Like that?
they put a little spatula up and they tap it
Bruh.
and they make the little heart beat.
I would lose my shit if I saw that.
Bro, oh my goodness. And then the volcano, you seen the volcano.
I've seen the volcano.
And you seen the train.
I like the spinning of the egg.
You seen the train, right?
I've seen the train.
And then you seen the then they do the little salt thing. The salt
Oh, they do
thing.
that? Yeah. You sound like you were there last week.
No, I'm just laughing. we was there a few months ago.
That's pretty recent. This is pretty recent.
Nah, he been doing that a few years now, bro. Yeah, but so what I'm saying is, bro, Benihana's, man. When I heard Drake say Benihana's pigeon food, it just made Benihana just taste worse to me.
Right.
For some reason.
Unless you own it.
Unless you own it.
Mm.
I mean, if that's the case, hell. I would probably put out a diss track to Drake.
Right. Like,
Benihana's not
fuck Drake.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't talk about my Benihana. I'm not saying I don't want a diss track.
Yeah, man, so, have you heard it?
I have heard it. I have heard it.
You got your track?
It was all right. It's like I'm starting to like.
And honestly, I'm just gonna put it out here right now. I'm not a huge Drake fan either.
I am.
You are?
I'm
not a huge Drake fan.
I like the thing is like.
But he does good music.
He does great music. He knows how to make a hit.
Yeah.
Like him and Chris Brown are hit makers, and they also have a new song out together.
Yeah, no guidance.
Right.
Yeah,
And for them to be able to squash that beef, but I'm like, for Drake, I think sometimes I can get oversaturated with a little Drake.
Yeah.
Because he talks about the same things over and over. But Chris Brown, felt like he's like, man, he's just a hit maker.
Yeah.
That guy has probably like 50 hits this year alone.
Yeah.
Think about it. He's like on every other song. Like, no,
He got coming out in August too.
no shade to Drake, but like maybe I don't know. Maybe it was too much Drake.
Yeah. Yeah.
And maybe he took a shot at, because I love Kanye, man.
No, and I love Pusha T.
And it hurt me to see that.
Yeah.
Especially like they like living like so close to each other, and like they have so much history. But Kanye, maybe he shouldn't have. He messed with the wrong person. I don't know.
Yeah, man. You've been watching the
Game of Thrones?
Oh, we just started that like a few weeks ago. We're on season 5 now.
Hold on. I thought you were wait. Sorry, Timeout Podcast. I thought you been watching this.
Dog, I just got on Game of Thrones about a few months ago. Like
Are you serious?
No. We started watching right before we got married.
Wow.
Yeah, we're on season 5 now.
So I didn't. So I'm one of those people.
Yeah.
Cause you know how you do, man.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here. I'm talking to this guy. Hey, Norris, you watching Game of Thrones? You ain't watch Game of Thrones, bruh. You ain't watch Game of Thrones. So I'm like, oh shit, I gotta catch up.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Damn.
I'm done. I started in April, bruh, and I'm done. I finished last week. So and I'm
watching this fast forward.
Nah, bro. Like literally, like the kids. I'm like, yo, hey, it's time to go to bed. That is, and I would do like an episode every couple days, and literally, each season, it's not 10 episodes, and goes down. So, I think doing it this way, this Game of Thrones, you guys binge watching it, you're gonna appreciate it more.
Okay.
That's all I can say, because everyone knows who's watching Game of Thrones. Like you can't talk about. I can't give out nothing. So you're in season 5.
Got you.
It's good.
Okay.
You guys, that's. I've been watching. I just finished that. What other good shows are there right now? Have you ever watched that This Is Us show?
This Is Us? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't feel like crying.
I watched
though.
the first season.
It was good. Yeah.
Yeah, Mimi loves it.
Oh,
Yeah.
does she?
Yeah,
She's making the face. I love that.
Yeah, she loves it.
I just don't. I love it too.
It's got too much. It's got too much story. It's just I'm like, all right, cool. For me, I can get annoyed about something very fast. So it's like if it's the same thing, because she gonna laugh because the what's all the Chicago shows? The Chicago Fire.
It got everything.
Chicago Police.
Chicago Med.
Chicago Med. To me.
Oh yeah, you are from Chicago.
Bro, listen to me. All those shows are the same thing.
Right. I'm trying to get on one of those shows.
I can tell you what next episode gonna be. It gonna come on. The doctor gonna come out. He gonna have a tablet in his hand. He gonna say who's your next patient, and then they gonna talk. And then somebody in the back gonna have a relationship problem. And the next thing you know, it's gonna be an emergency. Somebody gonna be rushed in, and they're gonna do surgery last minute.
It's your typical drama series.
But that's what I'm saying.
You don't like, yeah. That's like Grey's Anatomy. Grey's Anatomy's been on 20 years, but people still love it.
That's what I'm saying. Like for me though, it's like I can't watch that same show every time I watch.
I get it.
Know what I'm saying?
I'm there. Yeah, I'm there with you.
Game of Thrones is something different. Something totally gonna happen
It's
every episode.
every episode.
You know,
just like it's Power. We can go, you like Power.
Oh yeah, Power is the shit.
Power. A lot of people don't like. I don't understand why. Like
it kind of taking steps down, but
so it's the last season.
Last season, yeah.
This is the last season. They're gonna have some spinoffs. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
Like I don't want to ruin it for people because if you haven't checked out Power is like
man, you can ruin it, man. Ruin it right now because
I don't want to
get on it.
Well,
who ain't seen Power?
A lot of people like because think about like 50 Cent like yo he.
Spoiler alert. Go ahead. What you want to say?
I don't know what I don't like giving out spoilers. I'm not that guy.
Oh, okay.
I can't. I'm not the spoiler
guy. It's not like Avengers was yesterday and we talking about who died. You know what I'm saying?
But you can still ruin it because if someone would have told me the end of the Game of Thrones right now, I would be angry.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of like Power. I'm like I do not want to know.
Yeah, but if I'm listening to a podcast and somebody say spoiler alert, I'm just gonna fast forward.
I can't even do it. It's a good look. Like Stars, shout out like 50 Cent made a good deal.
Yeah.
He got a lot of money out of that.
Yeah.
But I think it would have benefited more if it was on Netflix.
You think so?
Absolutely, because we're in that binging era.
Well, check this out, because I was talking to Mimi about this. Netflix is kind of like on the verge of like not doing so well.
Well, we know it's happening.
You know what I'm saying? Because Disney is about to drop their
next year.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
It's like 120 some days left or something. It's something crazy like that.
Your brother told me about it.
I think I told you. Oh, you did?
He didn't talk about the stream, but he was like, "Yo, Disney stock going up."
Bro, listen, Disney is coming, bro, and they pulling all their original content. You know, all the Marvels, all the stuff that they own.
Of course,
they pulling all that stuff.
Why wouldn't they?
And I saw an article on the forums when they was talking about this. So apparently, when you watch Netflix, you can pretty much just see all of it, just bench it all in one setting.
Right.
So like, it's not a guarantee that they're gonna have an audience come back to this every week.
Right.
So that's why Hulu don't give you all the shows. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They might give you 3 episodes to pull you in.
Right.
Next one they might give you 2, and then after a while they only give you 1.
Right.
So it's a guarantee that the same audience for this show is gonna come back over the course of like 8 weeks.
Right.
You can't gauge that with Netflix.
You're absolutely right. I agree.
So like it messes up the way they can do deals with sponsorships.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot.
Right.
And also that's why they've been moving towards original content.
Right.
Because none of their shit was original.
Right.
So if Disney want to say, I want all my stuff back, they're going to get all their stuff back. And they have nothing left. So that's why they've been pushing so much original content.
So Netflix is in trouble. That's what you're telling me.
Netflix is in trouble, bruh. And honestly, and they say in order for Netflix to be profitable, they would have to raise their monthly membership subscription to, I think, like $30 to $40. Like
no one's gonna do that.
Who's gonna do that for Netflix?
I don't pay. Do you pay for yours now? Be honest.
We pay for ours.
Yeah.
We pay for ours.
I've yet to pay for Netflix. I use
a long time ago, and then we got together and we just been using one.
Good for you guys.
And
Good
all
for
the
you.
kids and all their friends.
Yeah.
Oh damn!
Well, one day we got on Netflix
and
we saw a new account. It said Sam. We were like, who the fuck is Sam?
They had the audacity to create their own account.
Somebody had Sam on that thing.
Sam.
And we like, who the hell is Sam? And she kept calling all the kids, hey, y'all got a friend named Sam or something? And they were like, no, they don't know what. So we had to delete it. We were like, who the hell is that?
Damn, Sam. Sam got some balls.
Bro, I would just have gone to whatever account is open and start watching whatever.
Right.
Not create your own damn account.
He thought he was paying for it.
Yeah.
Or was it Samantha?
Sam,
somebody.
Samuel, whoever it was, like, they had created an account, bro.
Sam done lost his damn mind.
Yeah, man. So, like, in order for them to be profitable, they would have to do that. You know, so that's why they put in a lot of, that's why they had to take the big loan out to shoot all the original content for themselves so they can keep it on, you know what I'm saying, the services. So, I mean, we'll see, man. So, but and then also people asking about Disney. When you think Disney, you think, you know what I'm saying, family, friend, like, or is you going to see a Power or something like that on a Disney streaming service?
You
know what I'm saying?
Think about it. I mean, they have 2 different parks for the adult and then for the children.
That's what I was saying.
Right.
So you split it up like that. I mean, I can see how it can work.
Right. Disney After Dark?
Disney After Dark. Bruh. That's wild. That sounds like some wild shit about me going on.
I'd watch Disney After Dark.
Yeah, all right.
No, I'm excited for Disney, man. That's gonna be interesting to see what if they do the Hulu formula or the Netflix formula.
But you know, Disney owns 6% of Hulu.
That's so crazy.
That's crazy, right?
They're literally
so Disney already out doing.
They're a monopoly.
Already.
They own ESPN.
Yeah.
They own everything.
Yeah.
They own literally everything, man. That's well, I mean, shout out to Disney, man. I need to buy some stock in that.
Yeah. So yeah, man. So I mean, we are hour in right now, man. I'm not sure how long we're gonna. I'm not sure.
This is good. This is a good first episode.
An hour, 2 hours. I'm not sure.
I think this is solid. Yeah.
I think this is solid. Hopefully this is like an introduction into our mind a little bit.
Right. Just know we're not professionals.
Yeah,
we ain't professionals. Yeah.
We're not professional podcasters. None of that.
Right.
Yeah. So basically, we just want to just go off the cuff, man.
Yeah.
About our life.
Right.
As family men, and pretty much try to give it to you as the most rawest form as we can without sounding too crazy.
Right. Raw.
I
Yeah.
got one for you. About Charlemagne's and was it Lil Duval's song?
Oh, black men don't cheat.
Black
men don't cheat.
You got your car? You in society?
Well, yeah, absolutely, bro, absolutely. He's like,
That might be our intro to this.
it should be. Shout out to Charlemagne the guy and the phone. Black men don't cheat, man. I don't care what they tell you. Black men don't cheat.
Yeah, and he was saying, "Oh, but what about You think no? Those are black boys. Don't get it twisted. Black men don't cheat. Right. And you could be a 40-year-old black boy because you're doing crazy shit. Black men don't cheat.
This is true. This is true, unless you Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
Then you end up in jail.
Dog. That when they ain't had nothing to do with cheating.
Rape, right.
Dog, that's crazy.
He thought he was still in the 70s, drugging people.
Dog. Is he on Twitter now?
Him and OJ? They both on Twitter.
Bruh.
Tweeting from jail.
No.
Well,
OJ out.
OJ's out, but he tweeted from jail. He had his publicist tweet.
You think both of them are like, hey, let's do it? You think they in cahoots with it?
I don't know. I don't know. OJ shouldn't be on Twitter.
Bro, listen, bro. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Yes, it sounds crazy. Yeah, he shouldn't have attention, but it was entertaining to see OJ sit there and look crazy.
I'm scared he's gonna go back to jail.
Video.
I'm scared for him.
You think he's going back to jail?
He doesn't have a filter, man. Like, just stop what you're doing while you're ahead. Like, just live and die. Spend time with your children.
I can see OJ get into social media and really trying to make money because I don't know, like he got like almost 800,000 Twitter followers in like a couple of days.
I find that amazing.
That's crazy.
People want to know. People are nosy at the end of the day.
Yeah, so like I thought he was canceled.
No, he's not. He's the juice.
Juice
man. That's funny, man. But like people like him, we're talking about people that have also like.
And OJ too, man. Like horrible crimes, man.
They're all sexual predators. Just like, did you see what happened to Cuba Gooding Jr. recently?
I heard. No, tell me.
Okay. Briefly, so literally, he was like at a bar or whatever with his girlfriend.
Okay.
And like a fan came up to him. Okay. This is from his perspective, and they have the security footage of him touching her leg, and then he goes like this. And it looks like he's touching her breast, but it's very brief. But the thing is, he's reaching across. Like, it's like, I'm sitting here, then it's my wife or his girlfriend, and then it's her. So he reaches across as a friendly gesture to touch her leg. But it was like, you could tell it was friendly.
Was she sitting down?
Because there's some people that are just touchy.
Were they sitting
she
down?
was sitting down, like you are right now.
Oh,
and he grabbed her leg like this and was talking, because she was a fan. She was like, and he said he was thrown off by her because he's like, I remember her saying something about the worst move I've ever done. It was like Ice Dogs or whatever it was. Okay. Where, he was like on the sled, black man on the sled, whatever. Yeah. And he was like, no one says anything about that movie. Right. So she's like, oh, I love that movie, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yo, that's your first, she's crazy if she liked that movie.
She liked that movie.
So literally, she gets up, some other friends come over, they're in there, they're having fun, and then she gets up and leaves.
Okay.
And Cuba Gooding's very touchy-feely. You have those touchy-feely people.
You know him like that?
No. I know his type. I know his type.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, people that were like, ha, 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 I'm touching you, this, that.
He'd be like,
He's that type of person. You could tell that because, like, in another video, he's sitting there, like, touching his friend, like, his homeboy. Yeah. And then, like, him and his wife were, like, inappropriately slapping his crotch. It was, like, some joke, and they're, like, slapping the guy's crotch. This is on video. So on the way out, she says something to him, like it was supposed to be something controversial. She was like, "Oh, like she had to think about it, like, oh, you molested me, you sexually assaulted me." Like so now at the bar, and it's all on security footage. Like so she thought like she was being groped, and he was like, "No, my hand was right there in front of you. I'm talking to you." But now he had to turn himself in.
Oh damn!
Because she wanted the money.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that people like that have to. Like, if you're in the public eye, you have to deal with stuff like that.
Dang. So you mean to tell me she was sitting down chilling, he was, like, touching her leg, and then was just talking like this?
Right. And on camera, does it look like he's touching her breast? It was very close. But you don't see him, like, squeeze. Like I said, there's type of people that are just, like, touchy-feely. But then, I don't know if y'all see, I tend to be on TMZ every now and then, or on Instagram, which is also form news. Keanu Reeves is the exact opposite. He's being praised because if you look at every single one of his videos, it could be an old, hot, whatever, anybody, any woman, man, he puts his hands like this. He spreads them out so he's not like, because like some people like they get close with their fans. Like, you're like, hey, let's make this cool. Let's like make it like an intimate moment. He spreads his hands like, hey, I am not gonna get in trouble. Oh. And I feel like especially I know this is not shouldn't be a race thing, but like. For black men at this time, I feel like all black men should keep their hands. Right. Hey, look.
Away.
Yeah,
all men.
All men, period. Men. All men.
Yes.
But like with the epidemic going on, you know, like just be extra careful.
Yeah.
And Mexican men, and Hispanic. Because I'm like, you know, like just briefly, I know we're running out of time. You know, we can say this for our next podcast episode. Because like in 2 weeks. You know, Donald Trump they're going to have the ICE raid.
Oh, really?
So anybody that's illegal, they're planning on in the next 2 weeks
I heard
deporting millions of people within weeks. And that affects a lot of people, man. Because like,
yeah, I also heard that he's going to allow Hispanic people to get license, even like driving license, even if they don't have like the green card. And I thought that was like a setup to find them.
It could be.
And to, you know what I'm saying, take them away. Because why are you going to allow them to get licensed if they don't even have a green card?
Bro, know what I'm saying? That's good. Like I said, we can say that for the next episode.
I'm not professional, man. I'm just asking.
We ain't professionals. Yeah, we're not professionals, but I don't think that's right.
Yeah, that's
you know, like we're not into politics like that, but like we know the difference between right and wrong.
Right.
And like I think his problem is, and like a lot of other people who are behind the law, they're so infatuated with the law, like, oh, it's the law, so I have to enforce it. Right. But that doesn't mean it's just. That doesn't mean it's right.
That's right.
Slavery was illegal it was legal. Slavery was legal for what, 400 years. That doesn't mean it was right. You knew it was wrong.
Yeah, right.
Civil, like 50 years ago, we couldn't vote. Like, bro, we couldn't even go to the same school. So literally, like there's a lot of people that are like behind them. Like that doesn't mean you're right. Mm-hmm. So we're dealing a lot with this country right now, and that's a whole nother topic, man. Because like I'm affected by it. Like I told you, my mom, you know, she came here as an immigrant, you know.
So she might be affected by this.
No. She's an American citizen.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
Don't try to get my mom deported.
Don't
try to get not trying to get my mom deported, man.
I'm bro, we need to figure this out.
But you know, I have family members that are like still not U.S. citizens yet.
Oh, damn. Okay.
So you know, like that's a thing, and I'm sure, like you know, Mimi also you probably know people that.
Are you trying to get me deported?
Damn.
You saw what I did there? You dated you're dating.
Puerto Rico is U.S. citizen, right?
Hey, Trump doesn't know that.
Oh, right.
You see?
Damn,
I'm endangering their wife.
Damn wife to me, bro. Not you got married, nigga.
That's it. Look, I think this is a good way to end it. This is a good way to end it, man.
All right, well, this is our first episode, man. So, we're gonna leave. We're gonna leave an email address, or
yeah, we're gonna, you know,
how they gonna contact us?
We're gonna be on social media.
We're gonna be on something after we
Instagram,
We're gonna have
we'll set it up. We've kind of set it up like We Aint Professionals at We Aint Professionals.
We're not professionals.
As you notice,
So
it's not fully set up.
We Aint Professionals
On Instagram is We Aint Professionals. On Gmail it's gonna be We Aint Professionals. I think I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
And then on Twitter it's We Aint Pros because We Aint Professionals. Yeah, was
We Aint Professionals because we couldn't get the full name.
Right, we didn't think it through before we went solidified the title.
One of them contact us, send us comments, tell us what you like, what you don't like.
Right.
Tell us what you want to hear more of, topics that we probably don't even know about that you want us to talk about.
Yeah.
So I mean, and we're gonna do it every week. We're gonna try to do it every week. And it's gonna be current, so it's not like we're gonna be shooting 10 of them in once and then start, you know what I'm saying, sporadically spreading them out throughout
and
the year.
don't judge us.
No, we want to be current. BET Awards today, right?
Yeah.
You watch the BET Awards?
Absolutely not. I'm done with that. No offense to BET.
Dog, that's crazy, bro.
I'm done with that.
Dog,
I don't even have cable.
How can you watch the BT with my cable? How can you watch?
Actually, no. I mean,
you got
maybe.
BT app?
Maybe, bruh. I ain't gonna lie to you. I have Pluto TV right now.
What's Pluto?
It's free. It's a new app. So if you need a free live television,
Hey, if I get that Pluto sponsor, what's up?
Pluto TV is actually dope. Like it's like TV from like 5-6 years ago. Like they have MTV, right? But you're watching like Rob Dyrdek and like MTV Cribs and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, like even BT, but it's like the older shows.
Okay.
Like even like they have Nick Jr. They have a whole bunch of different shows. So shout out to Pluto TV because I'm like, you just cut my cable bill in half.
That's what's up. All right. Well, tell us what you don't like. We Aint Professionals. Once again, my name is Norris. That's my boy AJ.
Boom.
And we'll see you next week.
Yes, sir. Take it easy.